This is the Sports Hit List. By the fans, for the fans.
The stars have aligned for not only a great basketball matchup, but narrative-wise, this is I believe Pacers Knicks are the second best rivalry in NBA history. No one can tell me other. That's where I stand with it. Honestly, if you think it and I did my research, you played them in 93, you played them in 94, 95, I want to say 98, 99, 2000, 2013, and then now you play them back. You played them in 93.
That's probably why Jay
yeah. You played them in 94.
In 94.
You played them in 94. You played them in 94 because you beat them in 7 and 94. 95 was the finger roll year.
Yeah.
98.
That was 7.
Yeah. Then you played them in 98. You didn't play them in 96 and 97. You played them in 98.
I want to say in 98, that was the year Pat was hurt. I want to say.
So semifinals, you played them in 97, in 98. And then you played them again in 99 and 2000.
Conference finals.
And then 2013. So for me, like I said, it's crazy to say it, but I believe this is the second best rivalry behind Celtic Lakers if I'm going with another rivalry in the NBA. And there's a lot of them. And for me, when you define a rivalry, you have to look at, is there a new invention of the rivalry over the decades? You see what I'm saying? So you guys played each other in the 90s. You played them in 2000. You played them one time in 2013. And then now there's going to be twice in this decade, right? You probably
different variations. Yeah.
Different variations of it, right? So, like, you could talk
remind
about
me about 2013.
Yeah. So, when you think about it, Joey, what are your thoughts here with the Pacers? Because you really told me, like, you hate them more than any team.
Yeah, I do. I hate them more than any team. Any NBA team, anybody tells me who I hate more is the Pacers. I got more heartbreak with the Pacers than any team. Think about Reggie. 9 points in 9 seconds? Was that 9 and 8 seconds? How many times did he dagger? How many times did he dagger us on a game winner? Then you had the finger roll in 95. 2000, they beat us in 6 in the conference finals. Like 20, and then 2013, he wasn't there, but 2013 we already, we spoke to that off. Roy Hibbert. We don't want to talk about that right now. I'm still mad about that, but yeah.
But what's so crazy about 94 is that everyone remembers that year, but you guys beat them in the series though.
We did. We did.
And people seem to forget because of what he did. I think Reggie scored 25 in the quarter. He took 25 in the fourth quarter in that series.
He went off.
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah. I can remember that series exclusively because I remember watching that game. I had a bunk bed at the time, and I was watching from the top bunk. And every time he got the ball, I felt like this pain in my stomach. I'll never forget that. And I just knew something bad was about to happen. And he just went off that quarter. But like you said, it was like I can remember this to this day. It was right after that game, Patrick said, "I'll see you on Sunday." And then John Starks went out there. I believe it was that Friday night and scored 26 in that game. And then we all know what happened in Game 7. The Pat put back dunk sends us to the finals. Yeah,
and you know what? I'm going to follow you up. Hold that thought real quick. What I remember, and again, because I'm not a Knicks, but I've seen it, is Patrick putting his hands in the air and then giving everyone a high five on baseline, and then he literally gives the last guy and he hugs the guy and it's like finally you guys got over the hump to get to the finals. That's what I remember about that 94.
It was a skinny guy with glasses. I'll never forget.
Yes,
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure they use that clip all the time. Monumental with New York with Pat going like this and giving everybody a high five baseline and getting everybody and getting you guys.
See it's crazy because you see the emotion of Pat, like he really like that moment, like, oh, I finally got here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get a chance again because in '99 he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's why I absolutely love that. We're getting how we get those shots in TNT with the players entering the arena. Now we're seeing Pat come in with the team. That brings such joy to my heart, man. Every time
do you cry? Be honest. Do you cry in those moments when you see Pat sitting there? Do you cry?
It brings a tear out my eye. How I feel about Pat, man. So, and knowing that he finally made up with the organization, he's back working with them, and not to put the cart ahead of the horse. If we win a championship, he gets a ring because he's part of the organization. So he finally gets his ring.
I will say this.
Carl, before I cut you off, I'm going to tell you something. This guy loved Pat so much. He wasn't lying when he said he modeled his game after him. I had to guard him playing ball. He had to do that stupid spin move. and it can never stop that shit. All right.
I will say I do watch. Maybe I need to watch other games, but the Knicks legends do show up. Like I was telling you guys in the chat, like I was like Tim Thomas at the games, Marcus Camby.
Yeah, don't call Tim Thomas a legend.
But he's got to be a legend. If
he's not a legend.
Okay, former NBA Nick. I don't know what you want to call former NBA.
Who? Camby? What you saying? Marcus Camby's not a Knicks legend?
Tim Thomas. I said Tim Thomas.
Tim Thomas not a Knicks legend. No, he's not a.
But the fact that you see them all there.
is a legend. Penny is a legend.
Yeah,
anybody who's
but the fact that but the fact that you see some of these older guys sitting out here like Marbury, Stoudemire, like they show up. I will give the Knick, I guess the Knick alum that they do show up for these big games. I haven't seen Melo there recently. I'm surprised because Melo I haven't seen there recently. But
I think Melo's doing a lot of stuff behind his with his podcast
and he's preparing for his NBC gig, I believe.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Sports Hit List. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In fact, do it now.